Okay, so this problem says a record has a radius of 4 inches. Find the circumference. Use 3.14 for pi. So every time you have a word problem that does not have a picture, you're going to go ahead and draw it. So it says it has a radius of 4 inches. So remember that the radius goes from the center of the circle to any point on the outside of the circle, and it's 4 inches. All right, now we're going to always write the formula first. So since we are given the radius, we are going to use the formula for circumference that has radius in it. So 2 pi r. Next step, we're going to substitute for radius. It says that radius is 4, so 2 times pi times 4. Then I can go ahead and put in what we're using for pi. It tells us here we're going to use 3.14 for pi. And I'm going to go ahead and multiply. So 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 3.14. Now the hardest part is over. All you have to do is multiply. So 4 times 8 is 32. 1 times 8 is 8, plus 3 is 11. 3 times 8 is 24, plus 1 is 25. 2 numbers to the right of the decimal, so move your decimal 2 places. And our answer here is 25.12 inches inches, sorry. Getting carried away. All right. So now let's change the form of pi. So in these problems, we are told to use 22 over 7 instead of 3.14 for pi. So pi is going to be used in our class either way. This problem here says an irrigation sprinkler waters a circular region with a radius of 14 feet. Find the circumference of the region watered by the sprinkler. So of course, we're always going to draw our picture. It says it has a radius of 14 feet. So radius is 14 feet. So now I know I'm going to use the formula for circumference with radius in it. 2 times pi times r. First step, I'm going to plug in my radius. So 2 times pi times 14. Then I'm going to go ahead and plug in pi. So 22 over 7. I'm going to go ahead and multiply. 2 times 14 is 28. And pi is 22 over 7. So one thing you should know is that they will tell you when you are using 22 over 7 for pi, and they will only tell you that when your radius or diameter are a multiple of 7, which means it's 7 times some number, or it can be divided by 7. So we're going to go over here, we're going to multiply 28 over 1 times 22 over 7. So the reason it's always going to be a multiple of 7 is so that you can cancel. So remember that we can take common factors out of the diagonal. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 28 divided by 7 is 4. So since the denominators are both 1, we don't need to multiply those, we just multiply across the top. So now we have 22 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. So our answer here is 88. So the circumference is 88 feet. So it's actually pretty easy. It's a little bit easier than using 3.14 because you're able to cancel and there are smaller numbers that you're multiplying. You don't have to deal with a decimal. So don't let the fractions scare you. Let's try another. It says a circular garden has a radius of 28 feet. What is the circumference of the garden? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. Use 22 over 7 for pi. Okay, so I don't think we're going to have to round because we're using 22 over 7. It says the radius is 28 feet. Oopsies. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the radius from the center to the edge. Remember, radius is 28 feet. I'm going to go ahead and write my formula. C equals 2 pi r. Plug it in. 2 times pi, and my radius is 28 feet. Next, I'm going to multiply 2 times my radius, so 28 times 2. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So we have 56 pi. Oops. Let me plug in pi. Sorry, 56 times 22 over 7. So I'm going to go off over here and multiply. So 56 over 1 times 22 over 7. So 7 divided by 7 is 1, and 56 divided by 7. See, 7 times 8 is 56, right? So divide by 7, it's 8. I'm going to put divide by 7 in case y'all forget. Okay, so now I just have to do 8 times 22. So 22 times 8. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 8 is 16 plus 1 is 17. So is 176. My answer is that the circumference of the circle is 176 feet. So the distance around the circular garden is 176 feet. All right, guys, go ahead and get started on your practice problems. Let us know if you need help.